If you just joined us, with us today is Hall of Famer Dick Weber, because this man's opponent is Nelson Burton Jr. We're looking at Ron Bell, 23 years old. He's a league bowler. Well done, Dick.
Yes, it was, Chris. In fact, right before we went on here, what Chris said, Ron said, I just can't wait to get started. I'm anxious. I feel it.
Here's an anxious man. Nelson Burton Jr., 35 years old, 12 titles, first shot, right lane. Hey, so the match is all even. Nelson Burton Jr. against Ron Bell.
As we watched Burton here, Chris, you'll notice that he has a very short backswing, and it comes about waist high. And then he has the long extension, which every bowler should have to get that good direction and good follow through.
Well, he chose as his idol you, Dick Weber, in coming along and becoming the great pro that he is.
Listen, he's taught me an awful lot, plus his father.
Yes. Ooh, sliding by.
Chris, we're going to see a little bit of this during the competition today, for the fact that the ball is really sliding long and then breaking late and going behind the head pin to leave the 1, 2, 4, 10 as Bo left here.
How will he shoot this, Dick?
Well, he'll move to his right and shoot cross lane to hit the head pin on the left side, hoping that the head pin will carry the 10 pin out.
Went for it, of course, leaving 2. So for Nelson Burton Jr., immediately trails by 14 pins, has 26 through the second frame, and now up in a good position with a strike up and shooting in the second, Ron Bell. Into the pocket and a double. Boy, he is a powerful 23-year-old.
Yes, he is. In fact, as we watch Ron approach a foul line, you'll notice, too, that he starts off with a very high backswing and crouches lower to the approach, which is very good because that makes him stay down with the ball to get the ball over the foul line and get his good follow-through, as you see.
His average this week, 224. And I got a correction there. We have the 10 pin blocked out from our view the first time, Dick, in 17 years. I didn't see this 10 pin as the people to the left. I'm sorry about that. Let's see if this professional can bounce back. A little sweeper in the third frame, and he gets his second strike.
The left lane to him is the one that he chose to finish on, and he was very light, leaving the war shot on this particular shot, the first shot. So let's see if he makes the adjustment.
Nearly crossing over, but leaving the 4, 7, 10 on the left lane. Nelson Burton Jr. and Dick, you know, as we watch that last stroke, coming up quite high.
Well, I'm quite surprised because leaving the 4, 7, 10, he chose to finish on that particular lane. He had a little more confidence on it. But once in a while, you just get too lazy and lackadaisical and forget what you're doing.
Bo going for it. Now he has his second open frame in 4 frames. Leads by 16. Oh, it comes up with a split here. Coming in the 9th frame, a 2-10.
Chris, this is the famous sleeve all week, the 2-10.
Bo Burton down by 2, has a 5-bagger up, and the 9th frame so important.
And with this hit, he goes 8 pins ahead, and he knows it. Good lane, too, for him.
Well, you need a little of that in any sport, whether it's putting, whether it's bowling, anything. Let's look at this view.
Watch the roll of the ball slide very far down the lane, breaking in late. And then I think it's the 4 pin that just did whip around and hit the 7 pin. Very interesting shot.
Now Burton leading by 8, shooting in the 10th. That was his best stroke of the whole game. Moving into last night's session in 2nd.
He was worried about me getting there.
That's right. Boy, he has strung them now. He has 7 in a row. Lots of experience.
.228.
228. Now, after an open tournament leader, Jeff Mattingly.
That's for sure, Chris. And surprisingly, he's letting Burton finish on the left lane, and Burton's been having more of his trouble on lane 30 than or the right lane.
First stroke. And strike for the big fella. And now, the man that's come from number 4 position with 3 wins to be in the finals for the United States Open title. That powerful strike coming after a spare. 124 through the 6th, strike up.
Boy, does he cover the boards, Chris. He really sends that ball out. Very much so.
Much adrenaline and pull the ball harder than you did in the 3 wins prior.
Oh, sure. And Bo's got that adrenaline right now. In fact, he better tell himself to slow down just slightly. Because
Had 2 close calls today. The main thing is the U.S. Open title.
Right.
Really. Did you see that pin move, Dick?
Oh, that ball cut so sharp to the pocket, Chris, that he just about left the 4-6 in the pocket. Watch this. Watch this ball cut to the left. And the ball is supposed to deflect a little bit, but it does. His ball does not deflect. It keeps on driving through.
That is the 4-pin he's shooting at. Way to the right of its normal position.
All right, now, Chris, here's the situation. After he made that spare, he's still 1 pin up. Now, count is very, very important to Bo. So he either wants at least a 9-pin count or a strike preferably. But it's very, very important to him. And being on this job as he has in the past, I know he knows that. But I'd just like to remind our league bowlers about it.
And our millions of viewers, and we thank them for tuning in each week to the Professional Bowlers Tour. Live coverage.
Let's go a little bit farther, Chris. With this next strike and a 9-pin count, we could possibly have a tie if Jeff Mattingly struck out. So Bo is definitely going to work extra hard on this particular pitch, and if he gets the next one after that, then he would shut Jeff Mattingly out. Oh.
Leaving the 4.
But what Jeff Mattingly has to do, as we see Bo Burton hitting high on that particular hit, leaving the 4-pin, Jeff Mattingly will have to get the first 2 strikes in the 10th frame to win the title of the U.S. Open.
There it is.
There you got it, Chris.
Yep.
Bo Burton, the U.S. Open champion.
Why don't you interview yourself?
Well, Nelson, in 1966, you lost the same tournament to Dick Weber by 3 pins, and you should have beat him by 20.
Guess what? In the first game, Dick Weber predicted that you'd win. Go all the way, win 4 games. You won it by 2 pins.
Well, I like his prediction, but at the start, I was a little shaky, and I just thank the dear Lord. I got the breaks all week. The things went my way, and I got one little thing to say to Nikki Burton, my little daughter, that I won the cake and she can eat the cake.
Aww.